Hello, good afternoon from London. My name is Dan Smith and I'm the head of research at Amalgamated Metal Trading. In this video, I'll be doing a quick introduction to our Power BI Market Intelligence Hub, which we update every day and is full of useful information and data. The weekly version of the report has a write-up of latest trends in the world economy, base metal markets, and it's also got a write-up on one of the base metals every week. The daily version of the report provides a data update and is refreshed around the middle of the day UK time. If you're a client, you can access the report easily through this short link shown here. And what I show also in the slide is the home page, which you can easily access by clicking the home button on every slide. And these three buttons here, the economic overview, metals commentary, and market data, they give you the starting point for accessing all the data in the report. So what I show here is the first button, economic overview, and I'll just have a look here myself. So if you click on that, you'll see immediately something similar to what we show here in this slide. So here we got the weekly text in the top left, talking about the latest economic trends and the key things to think about in the past week. On the right here, we have some of the key charts, the trend in dollar currency, the trend in treasury yields, also equity markets on the bottom right, Shanghai and global equity markets in the bottom right-hand corner. And then also a table here in the middle showing the latest trends in the past week. So again, DXY up by 0.5%, but global stock markets, all cap index down by 2.6% in the past week. So a nice kind of summary, I think, here of the recent trends in terms of macro. Next up, we go to the home page again and then click on metals commentary. Sorry, home page and then market data, and then China and US dashboards. For China, again, we can bring up here easily the latest trends in terms of Chinese property sales and starts. You can see here in the middle, also property prices here. All of these are kind of key data items, I think, at this point. So a lot of focus at the moment about the downturn in Chinese property, and as property prices are falling, of course, that's pretty bad news for the Chinese economy. So these kind of things are well worth keeping a close eye on. Next, again, if we go back to the home page and click on market data, and then if you click on asset class performance in the middle of the page, you end up with a chart similar to the one I've shown here. So these are showing financial market trends and trends in metal markets so far this year. But also quite usefully, you can go back in time as well. So under select year, you can go back to last year or the year before. You can even go back to 2009. Again, kind of summarizing nicely the recent trends in terms of these kind of broader financial markets and metal markets as well. Next up, again, if we go back to home page and then click on metals commentary in the middle here, we'll get an overview of what's been going on in terms of the base metals in the past week. So again, here we've got the text. This is a write-up of the trends in base metals in the past week. Also the charts here to the right showing trends in terms of prices indexed to 100. Bottom right here, we've got the trend in terms of prices so far this year. You can rank as well, highest to lowest with some of these buttons. So play around with that. And then here on the bottom left here, this table shows you again the trend in prices in the past week. Again, you can rank that from high to low as you wish by clicking around. Next up, if we go back to the overview page, so again, this is the home page, metals commentary, and then from here, we can actually see, we can click on these buttons, the buttons in dark blue, so Ali, copper, for example. So copper, CU, if we click on that, we end up with something like the next page. So as I say, what we have is we have an example here for copper. So once a week, we write up one of the base metals. And here we've got the text for copper, the trends in terms of recent weeks, price chart here on the right, and then also usefully these trends in terms of stocks. And also I'll move myself here over, but we see here in the bottom right, the trends in terms of time spreads as well from cash to 3 months. Another useful data point, I think, is to analyze spreads between LME, COMEX, and SHFI. Again, we just click on the home page, we click on market data, and then in this case, we pick up exchange arbitrage, which is on the right-hand side, and you end up with a chart like this for aluminium. So what we got here is the trend in the time spread trend. So this is the difference between SHFI and LME. And as you can see here, it's been moving from kind of balanced to a premium actually on SHFI. So SHFI is currently at a premium to LME. So it's suggesting actually that the Chinese market's actually in better shape than you would think, given the weak macro data that we got at the moment. So this is certainly something we follow very closely. Another useful point, I think, is to look at LME forward curves. So again, we're going to click on homepage, market data, and then on the left-hand side here, you'll see forward curves. And then in terms of this example, we've got tin. So under metal, just click on tin, make sure that's grade. And then you'll actually see this kind of forward curve. Again, you can adjust the forward date range with the slider in the top right, and you should end up with something similar to what I've got here. And you can also select different currencies, actually interesting. So here we've selected dollar, but you can adjust this to show pounds, euros, yen, or even Australian dollars. Another useful point is to look at net spec positions. So LME Cotter data, we do send out a separate report on this every week. But here we can just see the latest trends in terms of charts. So what we're going to do here is click home again. Now click on market data. And then in the top right, you'll see LME. And then in the dark blue box, again on the top right, you'll see Cotter data. And then what we're going to do here is under entity type, we're going to make sure that investment funds and other financial institutions are both got grade filled in with grey. And then purpose should be non-risk reducing. So what we're showing here is the net spec position with a light blue line, for example. And we can see that's been trending steadily lower. And that's actually at one of its lowest levels ever recorded since the data started back in 2018. So all of this is good stuff and well worth exploring, I think. Another useful point, I think, is to look at inventory data. So again, we go home page, market data, and then in this case, we're going to click on stock charts on the left-hand side in the white box. And then under selected reported data, we've picked here 17th of August. And then, for example, you may want to look at on-warrant inventory to make sure that that's filled in with grey and cancel warrant is in white. So it's going to show us now in our tables and charts that actually the trend in on-warrant inventory, in this case, I've picked copper, so select that. And you can see here not only the location by country, but also by warehouse, and also the total trend over time. So lots of useful data here to explore. And I just wanted to quickly give an overview here. So again, to get to this, we click on homepage and market data. So this page here is actually a very useful overview of lots of the data that's contained within the report. So let me just move myself up here, for example. So lots of useful data here. So Things, for example, like China metal trade in the bottom right, economic indicators, economic calendar in the middle here, but lots of other things to explore. I mean, you can access the stock charts from down here. As I say, we've looked at some of these parts, but not all of it, but lots of other things for you to explore at your leisure. So finally, just to summarize, so we send out a weekly and daily update for in Power BI of the Market Intelligence Hub. All you need is the short link to access the latest version of that report. So you can add that to your browser, or you can just keep a recent email from us and click on that every day. Once a week on the Monday, you can expect to see an update of the text. And then during the week, typically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're going to see the data updated on your browser. And if you do need any help with any of this, please do let us know. We certainly think it's a very useful platform for clients and is available there for you to use if you wish. So please do use it. Do get in touch if you need any more help. And hopefully this training session has been helpful and encouraged you to use the platform in more depth. So thank you very much for your attention and look forward to hearing from you.